I was wondering, how am I even going to start that conversation? Like, hey fam, I think I'm gay and this is my boyfriend. My family knew that this was actually my friend. I could tell that I was nervous, but she kept on telling me, relax, everything is going to be fine. My sister, Kenyan, got very fidgety and she was like, relax, we already know. So I was like, wow, you just made it so easy. I was very scared of just the reaction in general. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jody. I'm a hairstylist stroke content creator based in Nairobi, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, share and comment, and I hope you enjoy this story. So what you read on the title is very right. This is actually not clickbait. I want to tell you a story of how I came out to my African parent that I was gay, even my family, just the entire family, that I was gay. So yeah, please don't judge, but this is just my story. This entire thing of coming out turned out to be the best decision that I actually ever have made. But at the same time, I was actually very skeptical about it. So I'm happy that I did the decision and I don't actually have to feel like I have to hide some things to my family and they know everything about me. So yeah, let's get right into the video. Let me not talk a lot. Bye. Right, let's get into the waxing. So I'll start with, I normally use this hard wax bin. I got it from Hairlux Kenya on Instagram. I think it's like 800, yeah. No, it's actually 1,000 bob. This is 1,000 bob. And then this is the waxing machine. This is it. I've used mine a couple of times, so that's why you can see it's a little bit dirty. But yeah, I also got the same machine from Hairlux Kenya on Instagram and on TikTok. So yeah, basically what I'm just going to do right now is just melt the wax and then now start the story as I prep my skin for the waxing. I definitely need to get me more of this because mine is already over, and I don't think I have enough to do this, but I'll try my best to minimize on just the little that I have. But yeah, I'm going to plug this kwa steamer as it melts. I'm going to be preparing my skin for the waxing. I'm going to use my powder for the base. The powder helps to make sure that it gets rid of all the oils around that area that you want to wax, because it's very difficult for the hair to grip when you have some oils on it. Let me just get into the story. I was in a relationship with this guy. It was sort of like long distance. We had dated for like 3 years, and now like he had come to visit me, and then like he was insisting on seeing my parents. And mind you, this was actually the first relationship that I was in, and someone actually like had to sit me down and talk about the future with me. Like that was something that was new at that time, so like I had to like step up kidogo. And he asked me if I'm ever planning to come out to my parents, and I was like, no. In my head, I knew that was something that would die without actually having to like tell anybody in my family, because I was actually very scared of their reaction and how they would treat me afterwards. Like I was scared that I would not have a family anymore. The more I kept spending time with my boyfriend, the more I realized that I actually wanted to do this. I didn't feel free because I'm somebody who likes to be in front of a camera all the time. So I feel like ingefika point where someone will just get my videos and they will send it to my family. It was very important for me to say it, but in my head I knew they once like suspected that I was actually not into ladies. So when my boyfriend came, nikamwambia ni sawa, I am ready to tell my parents. At that time I was living alone. I invited my family for dinner and I wanted them to meet the guy, and the guy also had initially like mentioned that he actually wants to see my family. So I was very scared, and I remember I went and bought food. The entire day I actually didn't get to rest, but my boyfriend just kept on telling me, relax, it's going to be fine. In my head I was like, okay, ni sawa sawa, even if they don't support me, I have someone who actually like supports me. But you know, it cannot beat your feeling having your family to support you more than a boyfriend. I don't know if it makes sense. It's human to actually feel like you are going to lose it. It's normal. It was more of like, I actually want to spend more time with this guy. I want him to know my family. because at that time he had introduced me to his family. Everyone in his family knew that we were actually dating and we were actually planning to like move forward. You know, this gay community is actually very promiscuous. It's and it's a very small community. Unapata everybody actually knows each other, so it's very difficult for everyone to be serious with each other. The wax is melted. Yeah, I'm just going to let it cool for a bit because it's a little bit too hot, but it's melted. I know it's not enough. It's a Sunday and none of these shops are open today, so I'll just have to use whatever it is that I have, because I have to film a wig install video and I have to do a makeup tutorial as well. I actually forgot to show you guys, this is the amount of hair that we're waxing today. It's actually a lot than usual. I don't let it get to this point. I had actually introduced my boyfriend to my family prior to this entire thing happening, but I had introduced him as a friend. My family came, we started making dinner. My boyfriend was the one who was cooking and I was helping here and there just to like serve drinks. He could tell that I was nervous, but he kept on telling me, relax, everything is going to be fine. We cooked, tukamaliza kupika, and then now it was time to like serve the food. So my sister came, akaniona niko very fidgety, and she was like, relax. We already know, it's fine. We already know, and we still love you, we support you, and we're happy that you're actually in a very happy relationship and everything is going to be fine. Mimi, I don't know, in my head at that point, I don't know, I wasn't present at that exact moment, because I was like, wow, you just made it so easy for me. Because me, I was wondering, how am I even going to start that conversation? Like, hey fam, I think I'm gay and this is my boyfriend. So I was very scared of just the reaction in general. But here it goes, it turned out so well. I'm actually still dating the same person, and so far so good. So I'm just going to do one strip kutoka juu hadi chini, because I don't have enough wax, so I just have to minimize on the wax that I have. Just gonna let that cool down before we start with the pain. I'm also going to apply some huku chini, just to save on time as this one dries up. Before we even got to a point where like we started talking about coming out, I had gotten to that point where I was like, don't think I'm ever going to tell my parents about it. At that point, my mom had pressure, and I was scared that if I say something about it, it'll trigger your pressure, and then my mom would get sick and the worst might happen. So I was actually very scared of saying that. Mtanipea time kidogo. Oh shit. So I'm not saying that anybody should do the same thing that I did. Your situation might be very different from mine. Your family setting might be very different from mine. And I don't know, me initially I thought my family setting would not accept some things. Like I knew that would be the end of me and my family. But it turned out so great. So I'm so glad I did it. And I actually love the fact that I can just be whoever I am around my family, even when my boyfriend is around. They just interact so well, and they like how they treat him. They don't treat him any different. They treat him just like their family. Those of you who have come out and didn't get the same kind of results, I'm sorry about that. I know it's not easy, but girl, just appreciate yourself because you tried. And as much as it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go, at least you had the effort to actually like be open about it and just tell your people who are close to you about it. So yeah, I'm proud of you, and I hope things go well for you in future. One of the things that I noticed I changed after that entire experience was I started doing more of what I actually enjoyed doing. I didn't do things to actually like please people anymore, like things like, okay, trying to like hide it and like getting like something like a fake girlfriend. But it was more easier for me. I became more open. I talked more about how I felt to my family. Oh shit. after I am done waxing, I normally like take a tweezer and just pull up that. Some of the hairs are usually very stubborn, they don't like come out, all of them, so I just pick them up with a tweezer. Thank you for watching my video. After waxing, I washed my face and now I just put in some Vaseline my face. I don't like putting anything else after waxing, but just something that would just moisturize my skin.